What's going on, everybody? How are you? How are you doing on this evening, on tonight? I know it's Friday night. Many of you probably out hanging out and having a good time, but I definitely listen. I think you need to hear what I'm about to say or what I'm about to talk about. So I just want to say I'm so excited to be able to share on multiple occasions many pieces of information that I think is going to be very, very helpful in your quest to obtaining financial freedom. I just want to say, listen, welcome to the world markets. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have been really struggling like what to do, you want to be a part, you want to be able to be an investor, but you don't know where to start, you don't know how, you don't know who to connect with. And here I am here to help you figure that out. Listen, let's welcome you to the world markets. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say, what you're about to receive is some really very vital information. So, for those who are watching, I need you to really, really pay attention to what's getting ready to take place within this presentation. And a reason why I say that is because a lot of people, your attention spans are very, very short. And I just think, if you really want to obtain a level of success and a level of attentiveness, then value the information that's going to be presented to you. Value the attention, value the person's time that's going to give it to you. Because to be honest, there are so many people in the world that are making millions, but they are not willing to share that information. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you a blueprint, ladies and gentlemen, on how you can really take the next steps financially. I talk about this all the time. I talk about this as much. This is basically embedded into my life because I see what is happening, what's going on in the world as far as it relates to inflation. Everybody has been noticing, the rising cost of certain things, whether it's gas, whether it's food, whether it's the housing market, and so much more. And the thing is, when you are experiencing these, not only is it just inflating, ladies and gentlemen, it's also hitting your pockets. Okay, so although we're receiving funds from a stimulus or from a stimulus check that's stimulating the economy, guess what? Basically, that's just an advance that you're turning right back around and you're putting it right back into the government's hands. Again, remember, they're giving you a stimulus check as an advance to stimulate the economy. But ladies and gentlemen, it is basically going right back to the economy and the government. So you wonder why we're thousands or trillions, trillions of dollars in debt, ladies and gentlemen. It's almost like there's really no breaking point with that. They're only just printing out more money, but they're creating much more debt. Okay. So we're going to talk about that, how you could safeguard yourself. I made a post that says before anything was created, it was perceived in the mind. Our mind is a powerful creation. You can either use it to push into greatness or you can develop it to think poor, meaning passing over opportunities regularly. Now, my thing to me, okay, the stimulus may be stimulating something, but let me tell you something. Let that stimulus stimulate your diversified portfolio. Okay. Let me help you grow your portfolio. Let me show you how to grow your portfolio. And that's what I believe is the fact that real change begins with positive self-talk and thinking. And finding success starts from within. So again, we look at all the things that have been created in this space, and we look at the things that that we look at it, we take a look at it, we say, wow, how that's amazing. How did people come about creating that? That's amazing. God is amazing. How he creates the mind of people to think in innovation and really come up with concepts that has never been done before. So the mind is a powerful thing. The mind is powerful. The mind is powerful. And I just want to say, listen, you want to use it to greatness. You wanted to use it to perform greatness. You don't want to think poorly. You don't want to always put yourself where you're passing over opportunities regularly. If you are that person and you are watching and you saying to yourself, I've been really wanting to change, make some changes in my finances. I've really been wanting to grow my portfolio. I don't really understand where all of this is coming from. I don't understand how to get started. I don't know where to begin. I don't know who to connect to. Let me show you. Robert Kiyosaki developed what is called the four-way cash flow quadrant. And he says there's four ways we make money. 60% of us work for someone else. That means we're working for a job, a 9 to 5. And many of us are building someone else's dream and we're not even working on our own. A lot of times and oftentimes we're too tired when we get off from our regular job to even go and really work on our dreams, goals, and aspirations. And many of those people fall and stay in that 60% where they spend years and years and years on someone else's job. So you take the individual that maybe started working in their early 20s or early 30s, that's 40, and they're now in their 60s. That's 40, that's 50 to 40, I'm sorry, 40 to 50 years of working in an industry for someone else. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 40 to 50 years of being in a position where you actually in a controlled environment. Okay. So you're basically working 9 to 5. When you retire, you're not even retiring enough to be able to carry you on the rest of the second phase of your life. Okay. So that means many people retire, and oftentimes as soon as they retire, they begin to develop health problems, health issues. Some people pass away, and then that even also affects, because what if that person passed away and they didn't develop any type of insurance? They didn't develop any kind of safeguard if they get sick, because once you become sick, depending upon what type of industry or government or employment or industry that you become, a lot of times there's most insurance coverages that don't cover, what is it called now that they call it, where you develop cancer, things where modern insurance didn't even cover. But I think it's called something. I can't really think of it right now. But if you now, sometimes you can't even afford that. That's an additional cost to you in order to keep that just in case you get sick. And sometimes people don't realize you have to get that as a just in case, even if you're not sick, but just as a safeguard and a precaution. For those types of things. So let's move forward. He said 35% work for yourself, meaning you are contractual. If you don't have a contract in place, you don't make any money. That could be anyone that's not really held to a C corp or an employer that offers benefits such as insurance or whatever disabilities or something that really are connected to employers. But anyway, you're based on contractual work, meaning a contract. If you are not making money, if no one reaches out to you for your services, or they don't contact for your services, then there's no way for you to make money. And you need to be able to make money. So that can be anyone that's based on a contract. Even if you're working for an employer, they can have you contracted for 6 months to a year. Now, what are you going to do after that contract ends or that agreement ends? Some of you may not necessarily be able to enter into another agreement, because guess what? What they needed from you has already expired. Okay. So let's move over Let's move over to this right side of money. Let's move over and let's think about how the 5% of the small percentage of people that controls the market, which is the business owner. The business owner are people who have things set in place, such as systems set in place. So you want to think more like a business owner. You want to think more of having a plan where you have certain systems put in place to help you enhance and run your business. And then you have the 1% mindset people. Remember, I told you that the mind is a powerful creation. And before anything ever existed, before anything was created, the mind perceived it first. You want to definitely perceive your money to grow. You definitely want to be able to perceive and create avenues for revenue. Okay. You want to create avenues for revenue. And that's a wonderful thing that Mr. Kiyosaki came up, because that's really extensive research that he did. That really had to take a lot of him really being exposed and understanding what the marketplace as far as the economy, economic marketplace is doing in this present time. So I want to transform into something a little bit different, because I want to show you how there are now Generation Z's, or millennials, that are really starting to take this type of mindset to heart. Okay. Now we are in an age where people that are anywhere between their 40s on down to maybe like their 18, 20s, we're starting to think like an investor. We're finding out that more young millennials, Gen Zs, Gen Zs and millennials are starting to say, hey, we don't want to work for 30, 40 and 30 and 40 years of our life, for one company, and then at the end of the retirement not be able to show anything for it. So that's almost like a workhorse. You work that horse, you work the horse, you worked it until now the horse has gotten old. There's no more use for it. But if you start developing and you start thinking more of a person who wants to create an abundant life for themselves and still be able to really preserve their youthfulness and preserve their mind to a fact that if they want to, they can retire at any point, at any age, and live life on their terms. Why? Because they found a mechanism that allowed them to do that. And that is being right here in the foreign exchange market and the cryptocurrency space, in the binary option space, where people can really live out their life doing the things that they enjoy doing. So if you have certain goals in your life, you can obtain those goals. So let's move forward. I'm going to show you this gentleman right here. This gentleman just turned 25 years old about a couple of weeks. His name is Bryce Thompson. And Bryce is a part of that Gen Z where they often feel like there's so much more to life than working a 9-to-5 job. And many of them are finding ways to make really entrepreneurship happen, young ladies and young gents. They are no longer saying, hey, I don't want to be the same way that my parents were, where they worked extremely hard. They were in controlled environments. And by the time that they retire, their bills are still not being covered. Why? Because each and every year, the prices of things go up, which means that's eating into more and more of their retirement. So, ladies and gentlemen, even though some of you are invested in your 401k, let me explain something to you. If you are investing into your 401k, that is almost like you're really investing for today and not the future. Today and not the future. Because guess what? 20 years from now, inflation is going to be way at an all-time high, like it is now at an all-time high. So the money that you're saving up, which you say, well, I want to have at least 200,000 or 300,000, saved up by the time I retire, which is maybe 15, 20 years ago. Let me tell you, By that time, that 100,000 or that $200,000 is going to be more like 20,000 and 10,000 because of the inflation. Okay. So with Mr. Bryce, this young man, he actually makes 750K in residual, not only including what he's trading, what he's developing, when he's what he's learning in his trading skills. That's just being the fact that he really thought of so many other people that didn't want to do this walk alone. He wanted to show people the opportunity of how they can make money in addition to, live their life. Okay. And extend their life and enjoy life. So right now, he actually participates in launching scholarships for HBCU students. Now, mind you, he makes $750,000 monthly. Monthly. $750,000 monthly residual. Okay. And let me show what he's doing. I'm going to show you what he's doing. He's investing into the foreign exchange market. He is investing into the foreign exchange market. So Forex, or FRX, stands for foreign exchange. And with the foreign exchange market has been created or has been existing over 500 years. Many of people do not know about that. So many of you say, well, I want to find a way in order to make money, or find a way in order to grow my income and develop a portfolio. Ladies and gentlemen, I am now introducing you to the foreign exchange market. Unlike the stock market, the foreign exchange market is a world market, and it operates 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So what is Forex? The foreign exchange market is the buy and sell of currencies. That's it, the buy and sell of currencies. Depending upon what the news is, say for instance, if I want to go to Japan, but I have to exchange my US dollar for the Japanese yen, guess what? My $1 may equal $15 over there. $1 against my $1 against their $15. Okay. It is the largest financial market, and it is traded over $7.3 trillion daily. In addition to that, don't leave out the cryptocurrency space, because the cryptocurrency space is trading at a $1.3 trillion daily. The cryptocurrency space is trading at $1.3 trillion a day. The foreign exchange is 7.3 trillion, which means, ladies and gentlemen, you have access to this market 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and you have access to over $8 trillion trading a day in the foreign exchange market. It is a global market. It is worldwide. So you're not only just dealing with the stock market. There's so many other different markets. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Do life. People need to ask questions. I can stop really quickly and ask a question, but it is a global market. It's worldwide. It's continuous. It never ends. And it has been, again, it's been trading in existence over 500 years. It is the most liquid market in the world. So with the foreign exchange market, we're not penalized. There's no penalty. There's no penalty for getting your money early. Unlike, some of the traditional ways that we build or look into savings or building a portfolio. We're not penalized for making our own money. And again, it operates 24 hours a day, actually really 7 days a week, because you have cryptocurrency and you have the binary option space, which is also connected to the foreign exchange space that actually operates 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And you could be anywhere in the world and you can operate anything from the comfort of your smartphone. That means I can take my apps and I can be over on the beaches of Belize or the beaches of San Juan, Puerto Rico, and I can still place a trade and make money and add that to my portfolio and don't have to be penalized for any of it. And again, the central banks and financial institutions also participate in this exchange, in this foreign exchange market. So when we talk about central banks and financial institutions, guess what? They're putting your money into the market. So they're taking your money out of your account and they're putting it into the foreign exchange market. But they are gaining and they're making big gains on your money, and you're not getting a dime or a penny or a cent off of it. Meaning they're taking your money, they're putting it in the foreign exchange market, and they're taking the money for themselves. What do you get? 0.00000000001% interest. Meaning if you was to deposit $60,000 into the market or into the bank, rather, I would say not even the market, because excuse me, into your bank. Imagine how much percentage of interest that you would get. Probably on 60K in a year, you might get 60 cents or $6. Do you think that you're going to be able to live based upon that snail pace of interest until you retire? By the time that you retire and you're depositing money into that account for 20 years, you may have only gotten 130 something dollars in a 20-year span off of interest from a banking institution. Something is wrong with that picture. And that's why I am here to help you really stop being poor in your thinking. I'm about to introduce you to something that you can learn and earn on the go. Get easy to follow trade ideas and for the market sent right to your phone, and you never miss an opportunity to make a profit. If you could look here, you'll see this is an app called Swipe Trades. This is another app called Swipe Coin. This is another app called the Gold Cup. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this actually allows you to receive trade ideas to your phone that all you do is by a click of a button, press of a button. It only takes you about 20 seconds. Now, for those who say that they don't have 20 seconds or 30 seconds to grow their money, I'm going to call you bluff. I'm going to call your bluff, because it doesn't take that much, or it doesn't take that much time in order to make money in the markets. And that's a myth that we're going to debunk, that I'm going to debunk for you today, right now. It does not take very long to enter and profit from a foreign exchange market. People often say, well, I don't have time. I don't think I can add much time to this to devote to making money. So you're meaning to tell me that you can't find or figure out the time to devote for yourself, to invest in yourself, to increase your portfolio, something that you desire to have. You want what other people have. You want what the rich have, but you're not willing to devote the time. See, the rich, they devote the time and they devote the effort in order to increase their portfolios on a daily basis. But here it is, you have a 9-to-5 job and you're relying on your job, but you wish and the desire to really behave and move like a wealthy person, but you're not willing to devote time. Ladies and gentlemen, that is thinking poorly. That means you are passing over opportunities regularly. You're passing over an opportunity to devote to yourself, to devote time for you, to create a time and a space for you to be able to develop and move just like the rich. We say the rich is getting richer, yes, but the poor is getting poorer by thinking. So I'm going to introduce to you high frequency, which is HFX. And I'm going to also introduce to you digital cryptocurrency. And I'm also, of course, I mentioned before the foreign exchange market, but I'm also going to introduce to you e-commerce. Okay. E-commerce. E-commerce. I'm going to introduce you all those things on tonight. So again, I said before anything was created, it was thought in the mind first. It was created in the mind. It was created within someone's spirit. It was created because there was a need. It was created because there was something that was missing, that was not even existing yet. When things are created, it's because there is a need. When things are created, it is because no one has found a solution. And sometimes you don't really have to recreate the wheel. Sometimes all you have to do is just enhance the wheel. You don't have to recreate the wheel. Sometimes you just only have to enhance it. Make the productivity of it better. And you're still able to really create a space for wealth. You know how many brushes that were made by different companies? Who thought of the brush? Who thought of the brush? Someone had to create that in their mind. Someone who thought of a comb. Someone had to create that in their mind. It had to be a vision for them in their mind. How do you think bridges were developed? How do you think infrastructure was developed? We needed those things in order to progress us along, because as time passes or time grows, we can't stay and operate in the 1880s, although we're in 2021. So time, space, and things have to enhance and have to grow. Again, the mind. We have to perceive things in the mind. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to introduce to you a mechanism, a blueprint. I'm going to show you a blueprint that's really going to allow you to fund those very things that I'm talking about, those very things that allow creation to take place. Okay, so what I have done, I have partnered up with a company called I Am Mastery Academy. And with I Am Mastery Academy, it has given me the ability to understand and educate myself in the world markets. It has given me the ability to make sure that I am aware that there's other mechanisms for me to build and grow my portfolio. It has given me the insight on how to diversify my portfolio, meaning my funds, my investments. It's given me the ability to create a skill set for the rest of my life that no one could take away from me. See, we talk about we want certain things, but let me tell you, when you want certain things, you have to work hard for it. You have to work for it. So let me explain what I have before me that I'm just so thrilled and so excited and super duper excited about having in my grasp. So I'm showing you right here my back office. And I'm showing you right here, this is our academy portion. I mean, this is our education portion right here. I am getting educated on a daily basis on what is Forex. This is a 4-minute video. So when we say that we don't have time to do certain things, we have time to sit down and actually get in our system, embedded in our system, a 4-minute video on what is Forex. It talks about the history of Forex, what is traded in the foreign exchange market. I don't have to go to Google. I don't have to go to YouTube in order to find out this information, because sometimes you can't necessarily trust and vet everything that you're seeing on those other social platforms. But I know that this is coming from a financial institution. This is coming from a financial world market that is actually participating in all of this. So that information that they're sharing is true and vetted information. So this is where we get all of our information, all of our education. What is a PIP? This shows you step by step what all those things is. So if you don't know certain terminologies, you can go right here, right into the academy's portion of this back office. And not only is this generally created for foreign exchange market, this has also been created for our HFX platform and also our DCX platform, which mean for binary options, which is HFX, there's videos, education that you can pull on and that you can actually obtain what is, what does this mean? What is this terminology? How is this related to the foreign exchange market? How is it related to the world market at large? This is where you go and get that information. And this is our DCX Academy. So you can actually devote maybe 20 to 30 minutes a day just to watch the video. But at the same time, remember, I show you we can earn as we learn. So that means if you're learning. But guess what? You have the opportunity, and I wouldn't even say the opportunity. Therefore, you can actually learn and earn, making you're making money while you're earning and while you're learning all of this vital information. And let me move forward. This is ECX for those who want to create their own website or own online business like an Amazon and run it just like an Amazon. We have the ECX Academy right here that's going to provide you with all the resources on how to do that. So this is something that you never have to do on your own. This was created just for you. You don't have to figure it out. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to, spend a whole lot of time spinning your wheels trying to figure out something, because I can guarantee you there are so many other programs out there that's going to have you to purchase, but they're not going to give you the in-depth information that you're going to get right here. Trust me, I did that. I spent $3,000 just to learn how to do options trading, and I still have my packet sitting in my garage right now. So let's move forward. The next thing that I'm going to show you is our Go Live sessions. So have you ever been able to, and really, you want to learn how to trade in the stock market? Do they ever provide you with educators or people that you can actually sit down with that's going to actually go over each and every portion of the market detail by detail? Most are not going to do that. So what I want to introduce to you is our Go Live sessions. And our Go Live sessions, this allows our traders and our master traders and educators to actually really access you. Pretty much, they're accessing you. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. They're accessing you, and you have access to them. So what we do, here are our top weekly featured sessions. So these are maybe five of out of 200 of our educators that are the top viewed. They're experiencing the most viewed views, and therefore people are actually getting on their sessions and they're really benefiting from the likes of all the information that they're being able to pour back into you as the individual, you as the trader. So tonight, I'm showing you Millie Mills, D.L. Woods, Matthew Thayer, Taylor Marks, and Kimberly Torres. And ladies and gentlemen, these are four of them are our HFX educators, which they make money in 1 to 3 minutes, and they show you how to make money in 1 to 3 minutes, and you make money in 1 to 3 minutes. And this is Kimberly Forrest. She's Forex, which means she allows you to make money in the foreign exchange market. So if you see here, you have Forex, you have HFX, you have DCX, and you have ECX. So what I'm going to show you, I'm just going to tap on one because all of them does the same. HFX, you go in live. You're actually live with an educator, meaning anytime that they come on Sunday through Saturday, you have an opportunity to log on and trade when they're trading. They're going to give you the signals. They're going to give you the terminology. They're going to give you the answers to the test. I don't know many places that allows you to copy from them. Most places that shows that tell you do not copy, you're penalized. But here again, ladies and gentlemen, you are not penalized for copying. Okay, so let's go here. You got the analysis, live analysis, and also the wonderful thing about it, for those who are never heard of this before, HFX basics. That means you're the basic level to advanced level of learning. Meaning, if you never heard anything about this, you're clueless to what's going on. We have something just for you, the very basics, and we hold your hand while you're learning it. I literally yesterday had to help someone develop their schedule to make sure that they are accountable for their growth. I sat down and I actually helped them with a schedule to make sure that they plug in, that they're benefiting, and they're making money. Because a month or 2 months down the road, 3 months, 6 months down the road, I want to see that they made progress because they plug in, and I'm holding them accountable. See, we have people that don't like to hold other people accountable anymore. And it's because we're all in an I world instead of we. How can you be helped? How can we help each other? Now, if you look at here, there's Sunday through Saturday, different time sessions that they come on during the day. Ladies and gentlemen, this gives you no excuse to not be successful. So if you find that you have to work 9 to 5, you can actually, when you come home, you can actually get on and you can actually plug into these educators and make money. And guess what? They're not on all for a long period of time. Some may be on for 30 minutes or an hour. The most is an hour. But during that hour, you're gaining so much information. You're gaining so much information. You're gaining so much development, within yourself, and you're gaining so much development in your skills as a trader. You become a master student. Become a master student. So this is what we have in our HFX platform, but you have the same exact thing in DCX with different educators, and you have the same thing in FRX with different educators. So we have educators specifically trained, specifically knowledgeable about each individual platform, and they are the top of the world's educators, ladies and gentlemen. We again, I said I only deal with the cream of the crop. Cream of the crop is always at the top. So let me move forward, and we're going to go over to Our strategies, ladies and gentlemen, we have strategies that allows individuals, again, to be successful in these markets. So when we talk about strategies, this is where you learn how to set up your own trading style. Okay. But let me explain to you the educators that I just showed you in this previous slide. They're going to basically walk you through and show you how to utilize the strategies because they are using the strategies themselves. And many of them have created those strategies to make things more simplistic, simple, easy to learn, and educational for you to understand and easy for you to understand at a very, 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 very foundation level. So don't think that you have to come into this space knowing everything. Don't think that you have to know, and don't try to come in trying to learn everything within 30 days. Don't overwhelm yourself. This is what this has been designed for, to create a time and a patience where you can take your time, learn, and you're still making money at the same time. Again, this is designed for you to learn, meaning you're not going to learn all this stuff in 30 days. Why would you take something that's been created 500 years and try to know everything, 500 years worth of knowledge, and cram it into 30 days? It is not possible. So you give yourself time, you give yourself some leisure time, you give yourself patience to plug yourself in. Don't ever overwhelm yourself. And then you be coachable. You allow the person who invited you or actually introduced you to this, you plug in with them. Stay close to the fire so that they can help guide you, because you're not going to know anything at first coming in. Again, it's all about how we can help each other, and not I want to get it for myself. I want to learn it for myself first before I show, or tell anybody else about it. No, don't do that, because sometimes the very people that are connected to you are really getting ready to be connected to you. You don't want to wait on providing this information to them, because what that then turns do, it puts a distraction or disruption in your progress, and it also disrupts that person's progress as well. So these are our academies, and these are our strategies inside of each academy. The Foreign Exchange Academy has about 9 strategies in this one platform. So there's 9 opportunities to grow your portfolio, 9 opportunities to learn a skill set. But within those 9 opportunities, there are several trade ideas that are being kicked out minute by minute by minute, minute by minute by minute. So that means there's only over to one in particular clicks out probably over 200 trades a day, and that's vibrata. 200 different opportunities to make money. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a big deal. Now let's go over to HFX. HFX has 3 strategies. I've been using the Hourglass for our Cash Trap 3.0. Hourglass is really kicking out trades on a minute by minute basis, meaning you have, again, over 200 opportunities to get into a trade idea. And not only with those, there are apps associated. So that means these same trades that you may see here in your strategies are going to be some of the same trades that are going to be sending you a notification to say, hey, this is a good trade setup. Why don't you get into this trade setup? Then all you do is copy and paste. You're copying and pasting and giving it to your broker. It takes 20 seconds to do that. And ladies and gentlemen, let's move over to DCX. We have the Swipe Coin Scalper, DCX Harmonics, and Swipe Coin. This also is an app that you download to your phone that's going to also continue to bring you different types of trade ideas to get into. Yes, different trade ideas to get into. That's only a click of a button, 20 seconds in order to really enter into the market, and you're done. Do you have to sit in front of a TV? Do you have to sit in front of your computer all day? Absolutely not. See, this was designed with you in mind. It was designed for the busy person. It was designed for the person who who's maybe not as busy. But this particular platform was designed for the everyday person, the everyday average person. It was designed for the individual who works a 9 to 5 job, who really want to come off of that 9 to 5 job and really live life in a way that they can enjoy their life, give themselves time freedom and money freedom. This platform was actually created for you. Let's move forward. Now we have the e-commerce academy. Now, e-commerce works a little bit differently because you are setting up your own online business, which in turn helping you to build your portfolio, your financial portfolio. You're adding. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is 4 streams of revenue. And with each stream of revenue, there's several strategies. So there's probably about 20 strategies, which means that's 20 streams of income. Okay. And within those 20 streams of income, some of those strategies that I mentioned that we're talking about have 200 trades a day, meaning they're kicking out the system is analyzing the market. And what they're pulling from the market, they're able to do their analysis to see how the market is moving. And guess what? They're sending and kicking out those trade ideas to you. Meaning there's over 200 and probably one strategy alone. So if you think about out of 20 of the strategies, you have 4 different platforms, which is 4 streams of income. And then you have 20 strategies. That's 20 streams of income. And under some of those 20 streams of income are about 200 trades that are kicked out to date. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, there's over 1,000 opportunities to really, you got 1,000. And if I'm not mistaken, you really have 1,000 streams of income in this one platform. And then they're going to move over to the 1,001. The 1,001 stream of income. So we talk about the platform itself. And then I'm going to talk about the 1,001 additional stream of income that you have access to. Okay. I hope you guys are still doing good out there. So you ask, what is the cost of all of this? Like, this is a lot of information. This is very interesting. And I want to know, is this extremely expensive? Because it seemed like it would be extremely expensive just to be able to have access to this. So let me correct you on that. In order to be able to utilize this entire platform, this is what your cost is. So individually, each platform is $234.95 and $174 monthly. Okay. That's for Forex by itself. That's for HFX by itself. That's for DCX by itself. That there's $234.95. But we have just recently discounted these the price on each individual academy. Now, although it's $234.95, the price have been dropped. These platforms or the individual platforms are now available for $209.95. It is still $174.95, but your initial enrollment or your initial sign up is 230, I'm sorry, 209.95, which means we've discounted this for you to make it even more affordable for you to invest in yourself. Now, 174.95, many of you may say, well, I can't afford 174.95. Let me tell you, a whole entire outfit, whether it's a dress and shoes, will total up to 174.95. I was able to go and buy a suit in Macy's for a dress or a dress skirt and a jacket was $200. And that's just the outfit itself, not the accessories, not the shoes, not the purse, not the perfume, not any of the other accessories that were that we could add to it. Just the outfit, just the apparel, just the garment itself was $200. And you're going to spend that on clothes. You're going to spend that on hair. You're going to spend that on bills. You're going to spend that on a night going out, dinner, and a movie, or dinner and some other, gaming activities. But if you come here and you look at the elite package, you'll see that the startup for the elite package is $324.95. Now, remember, you're paying $234 just individually for each academy individually. But why would you do that when you can get the elite package and you can have every academy inside of it? It's going to include the Forex. It's going to include HFX. It's going to include DCX. And it's $274 monthly. Now, again, you said, this may be a little bit expensive. I don't know if I can afford $274.95 a month. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I just bought a suit from Macy's, and that suit was about $200+. No, I couldn't pay for the skirt separately and then come back and pay for the jacket, because if I did, that jacket may not be there, may no longer be there, or that skirt may no longer be there. I had to pay for both sets, which was $200+. You do that again on your hair. You spend that on unnecessary things, and you don't even invest that money back into yourself. Why not invest $274, back into yourself, or $324 as a startup, and that's your initial enrollment? Why not invest that into yourself? Why not? But if you say, hey, $274 is expensive, $324 is expensive, guess what? The elite package now has been discounted to $275. So that's been $50 that's been marked down for you, just because we care about the masses, just because we care about you and we want to see you win, and we want to see people flourish. You can't get upset, and you can't talk about how information is presented to you and the style in which it's presented to you. Although I'm presented it in the form of a presentation, don't negate the fact that this is valuable information that can really help you, just because it's presented in presentation form. Never despise the small things, ladies and gentlemen. So the elite package comes with everything. You get Forex, you get HFX, you get DCX. And in addition to that also, the initial sign-up fee has been reduced to $275. It's $275 monthly, but again, let's debunk this. How many of you know other people that are looking for ways to make money? Many of us do. Pretty much everybody is looking for different ways to make money. But if you share this opportunity, being the fact that you're on a basic fundamental level yourself, but if you see other people that you may think could possibly utilize this and will actually put themselves to make some money or grow their portfolio, why not share the opportunity so that your resources, so that your platform could be free to you? That means if you signed up and you enrolled and you paid your $275 for your elite package, and you decide, I want to share the opportunity with other individuals who are in my shoes and looking for a way out. Let me show this, even though I don't know everything about what I'm doing. You share the opportunity with them, and guess what? Your monthly subscription of $274.95 is free to you. Absolutely. It's free to you. So, but it doesn't stop there. What if you had 1,001 opportunity in order to grow your portfolio? Why not become an independent business owner? Why not level the playing field and say, wow, this is where the investors, this is where the mindset people think right here. This is where the real juice becomes, because although I showed you the platform, I showed you that's a skill set. Yes, that is a skill set that's going to teach you for the rest of your life. But let me show you the mindset of certain individuals. See, people will think that $174.95 or $274.95 is expensive. But if they had an opportunity to become a business owner right here, what about the 1,001 opportunity for you to make money or to grow your portfolio? This is where the thinking caps go in. So if you become an independent business owner and you're helping individuals, you're helping people to make money, you're helping people to earn residual, you're helping people to increase their portfolio and diversify their portfolio. So if you were to say, oh man, well, 174 is a lot of money, I don't know if I can do that. Guess what? If you're sharing an opportunity with people, if you shared it with 3 people, guess what? Your monthly subscription have already basically been wiped out. Because what happens when you help 3 families, you get $150 a month. That's a $37.50 check that you're going to get every single Friday because you helped 3 people. You removed the excuse that I can't talk to people. I don't know if I can show this to people. You remove the excuse that you don't have time. You remove that excuse away from you. And now you begin to see, oh, I'm making residual money on top of the money that I'm using to trade with. So if you're saying 174 is expensive, guess what? $150 covers that. And you're only paying $25 just to utilize this entire platform. So that means in all, if you've already invested in the 275 in order to utilize this platform, and now you're sharing the opportunity with people, and you're now being reimbursed or being compensated as a residual $150. Basically, your initial investment is $300. $300. But if you were able to get your platform, say for instance, you shared the opportunity with 3 people, and now your monthly subscription is basically wiped out. Guess what? There's levels to this thing. There's 6 platinum 600 where you're making $600 a month. Tell me, so many people can do so much with $600. That's a check that you get every single Friday, $150 every Friday. But we're making $600 a month. Additional $600 a month added to your income is significant. That's huge. $1,000 added to your income is huge because you've helped 30 families. that were once in your same boat that were looking for a way out. Now you're getting $250 checks every single Friday. Every single Friday. And it goes on for there. Platinum 2000, Platinum 500, Chairman 10. This is where you're hitting six figures right here. You're getting paid six figures just for sharing the opportunity. You've helped 500 families. Do you mean does that mean you have to get all 500 families? No. But you'll find that out once you become a part of this platform, once you become a part of this family. But six figures, you're getting $2,500 every single Friday. Then you have Chairman 25, that's $25,000 a month in residual just by talking, just by doing the exact same thing that I'm doing right now on a live social media, sharing an opportunity and inviting people to change their lives forever. I'm getting a check every single Friday. And it goes up from there. Chairman 50, $50,000. Chairman 100, $100,000 a month in residual. That's a $25,000 check that you could have in your pockets, in your possession. And you get that every single Friday. What can you do with 25,000? There's a whole lot of things that you can do with 25,000. Let me tell you, even simple small businesses that you can start that doesn't even require a whole lot. You can start 10 or 15 businesses or 20 different businesses right here with $25,000. Chairman 250, that's $250,000. That's $62,500 every single Friday. Then you got Chairman 500, 500,000 a month because you've helped 30,000 families. That all 30,000 you did not even have to help because you had other people that were also bringing people in the fold of business, and those people were making money and building their portfolios, and they decided, I'm not going to leave any money on the table. I'm going to share this opportunity with every person that I meet. That's just like if somebody that you know make business cards, and those business cards, for every person that you refer to this person, that person was going to give you $25 for every person that you refer to them just by ordering business cards. That's residual. See, people see oh, that's easy. That's all I got to do. Show people business cards to this person, and I get $25 for that. That's simple. But this is going to guarantee you more than $25 on business cards. This right here, $25,000, $62,500, is going to allow you to build your business, whether what kind of business that you want. You becoming your own bank right here. And it doesn't go from there. It's Chairman 500, $125,000 a month every single Friday. You see this weekly residuals. And remember the young man that I spoke to you guys about, that I talked to you about, this young man right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this young man makes $750,000 in residual a month because he's not afraid. And he allows his mind to go into greatness. And he doesn't think poor, meaning he did not pass over an opportunity regularly. He saw the opportunity. He saw the vision in I Am Academy, and he ran with it. Now this gentleman right here is making $750,000 on that monthly basis, which means you know how his checks are looking every single Friday. Every single Friday. So if you had the opportunity to make over $200,000 every single Friday, and you know that check comes to you regularly, That means you could position yourself to do so many types of things. So basically, what he did when he funded $100,000 in scholarships, he took one of his checks that he received in residuals and gave it to HBCUs for scholarships. One check, and it didn't break him at all. It didn't break him at all, ladies and gentlemen, because guess what? We even have one more rank that's not here, and that's Chairman 1000. That's $1,000 a month. I'm sorry, that's $1 million a month, ladies and gentlemen. $1 million a month, which means that could be a $200,000 or $250,000 check every single Friday. $250,000 check every single Friday. There's a lot that you can do that. You can buy one home in with one check, and it's still not going to break your bank because you have additional 300 three three more $250,000 checks that you're going to get every Friday. So, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so very much for being attentive. Welcome to your new future. I just ask that you be patient and don't expect to know everything right away, because you're not. But don't be afraid to share the opportunity. Don't be lazy and don't be stingy and just hold and harbor everything to yourself and say, I want to learn it first and then I can talk to other people. You shooting yourself in the foot like that, because what you're doing is you're saying to yourself, I'm going to be stingy and I'm going to be stagnant and I'm not going to move forward. You stunt your own growth when you do that. You stunt your growth. If your hands are like this because you want it to be, you want to learn it for yourself, you're stunning the very existence of your growth. So keep your hands open. Therefore, other things can pour into it, because things are meant to come and go. Keep your hands open so things can pour into it. And once you harbor and you hold things in with your fist, there's nothing can get out of it. And you're stunning anything else to get to you or grow through you. So allow people to go grow through you by sharing the opportunity, by sharing this with other people. Allow people to go grow through you by sharing the opportunity. So welcome to the new digital money age. I am your host, Kimberly McKinney, and I'm so excited, and we're just really at a great time. Listen, the mind had to perceive a vision, and that vision had to produce an object, or it had to produce something. Don't think poor. Don't think and don't act like you're passing over opportunities regularly. Share the opportunity, but also move to building your creativity, and also move to developing and diversifying your portfolio. I had such a great time with you, ladies and gentlemen. What will you become? Become greatness. Become greatness. So this concludes everything that I've been speaking to you guys about. This concludes everything. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you